You know, AC/DC once said there's a highway to hell. Led Zeppelin talks about a stairway to heaven. I wonder why they'd give us so much shit to think about. Like, how long has there been a highway to hell? Did it coincide with the release of the 1979 hit single? I imagine they predicted a lot more traffic in that direction during the Reagan administration. Or did Satan's highway predate the system of American super roads for which Eisenhower received so much credit in '56? You can even imagine a sort of secret consultation where the two of them came up with the idea together. No, I don't want to imagine that. That's too much shit to think about. Then there's that stairway to heaven. I guess in 1971, God wasn't so worried about traffic. But you never know. The stairway to heaven could be jam-packed, filled to the gills with guys named Gil, who never had a drink except for a glass of champagne when Gil Jr. was born. Maybe a second glass when Gil found out he got into heaven. Probably not. It's a long walk up those stairs. Gil don't want to do that dizzy. Heaven's older than hell. I wonder if that's part of it. I imagine heaven's a lot like New York. There's a lot of great public utilities and imperious structures, but they were all built a billion years ago, so you can't take the subway without breathing in the dust from a billion of the decomposed Irish immigrants who built the subway. But maybe not. I doubt God puts the Irish to work in heaven. But you never know with him. It's always another test. Hence the stairway. I wonder what you drive down the highway to hell. Probably the same car you drove on Earth. I think that'd be a good introduction to hell. It would for me, anyway. I've had 3 cars in my life. Never paid more than $100 for any of them. Crashed them all. Yet here I am telling you about it. I had this friend, Shane. Nicest guy you ever met. Generous from birth. When we were kids, he gave me my first AC/DC record. When I was 30, he sold me his grandma's car for $100. Never did anyone a lick of harm. Never had a chance to. He was a trucker. Always truckin'. He drove a big milk hauler. Had a big fat decal on the back that said, "From the titty to the city." Had a great sense of humor, Shane. So did his wife. They did it together. Shane came up with the words, and she painted the cow with the big fat titties. He died when it crashed. Imagine that. All his life, Shane was a perfect driver. Never got a speeding ticket. Never had a drink behind the wheel, which is crazy when you consider he was Irish. But one minute, he caught a bad patch of rain. The next, there's blood and milk all over the New Jersey Turnpike. And rain. It was a rainy night in New Jersey. Sounds like a goddamn song, doesn't it? Well, here I am, alive to sing it, and there he is, on the stairway to heaven, shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of pussies named Gil and Gil Jr. Meanwhile, here's my buddy Shane with his great sense of humor. He's probably nudging all these gills on the shoulder like, "You call this heaven? I'm up to my gills and gills, wishing I could drive my badass truck down the highway to hell. Fucking honking my horn at Dwight Eisenhower and Ronald Reagan as I pass." Of course, you probably don't want to make a joke like that on the stairway to heaven. I imagine they might send you back down that highway to hell. No. I don't want to imagine that. That's too much shit to think about.